So what we're gonna be learning today is learning how to read notes in music. This thing right here, the arrow that is pointing at, that is called a staff, and that staff is where the treble clef is at. The white lines are part of the staff too. They go with the staff, so notes have to go with the staff on the white lines. The next thing you should know is that this arrow that I'm pointing at right now, that the arrow is pointing at, that is called a treble clef. That is the highest clef in the note. That's where it is the highest part of the staff. So that's the treble clef. The next thing you should learn is that this arrow that I'm pointing at, that is the staff for the bass clef. And where that has the white lines, that also includes for part of the staff for the bass clef. So you have to put notes in the white lines too. The next thing you should know is that this arrow that is pointing at that note, that is a bass clef. That's the lowest part in the note. So wherever you play the keyboard, your fingers will go down and your other fingers will go up from the keyboard. So that's gonna be your bass clef. That's the lowest part in the staff. And this note that the arrow is pointing at, that is called your grand staff. That is with the treble clef and the bass clef together. So that would be your grand staff. This next part is where you have your notes on it. So it's gonna go every good boy does fine. E, G, B, D, F. That is gonna go in the black lines. So that's where your notes go, just like that. This next one is gonna be where you put your other notes. And these, and the last ones I showed you is for the treble clef. So this one is gonna go F-A-C-E, going up in the white lines. This next part is where when you have the notes that I showed you for the bass clef and you put them together, it's gonna start looking like this. So when you're having notes, you always wanna put those notes together like this. And this note right here is gonna be for your bass clef. So for your bass clef, it is gonna go G, B, D, F, A in the black lines of the staff. So when you have your notes, it should look like this as your first part. Okay, and here is gonna be other parts of the bass clef. These notes are gonna be in the white lines. So it's gonna look like a keg, all cows eat grass. And this is what else the note should look like when you have the notes. This next one, when you put the notes together of the bass clef, they're gonna start looking like this. So it might be best if you put them together like this. Just keep going upward from downward to it. Like for an example, away in a manger. Each of the notes that I sent or said already is what you might have to follow. So when you're reading sheet music like Away in a Manger, you just add the notes and follow from the note readings. So here's what it looks like. This next one is also gonna be your notes from the bottom to the top. So you would have to do the notes from the bottom and follow it up to the top. Like you see this notes going from downward to upward. So I'm gonna send this in the comment box. And just to beware you that I like when I do the music or sheet music and I follow up from the sheet music, I like to put letters on my keyboard, so when I do, I know what notes to press on it, and it makes it easier for me to learn and follow up with the notes. And thank you for watching my video, and I hope that you have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day. And remember, please do your subscription or your likes or dislikes or any comments you may have. I would appreciate it. Have a very, very good day.